I'm going to talk to the headmaster of Ghana's senior high school shortly. The GES has asked that he step aside to allow for further investigations into the matter by the regional director of education. But the headmaster has kindly agreed to talk to us because initially in the report, he had been interviewed and he denied the. He says the video was even not properly procured or properly put, whatever. I think the access to the school, they didn't come the right way. So I'm just going to get a few thoughts from him on this matter. Good morning, Mr. Haruna Yakubu.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.
Good. So have you seen all three videos in question? Because we saw three. You've seen all three. And can you confirm that these videos were taken in your school?
Oh, I've said it on several media platforms that these videos were taken in my school. That's a fact.
Fair enough.
I haven't denied that at all.
And can you confirm that the gentleman who was interviewed in the second video talking about conditions in the school is indeed a student of yours?
He is a student in my school. He's an assistant house inspector.
Great. So let's deal with the one that is causing the controversy. There was one showing some cubicles or some rooms where we saw some students chop boxes and things, and a student in clutches. Yes. And this was supposed to be a sleeping place for the students. Now, I've heard you say that this place has been in the school for a long time, and it's a place people go and study. So it's not actually a dormitory. Can you elaborate on that, please?
Yes, I can do that. Thanks so much for asking. And let me also commend you for trying to know the truth. Because other media stations have just gone ahead to publish stories that are unfounded. And I thought that the best thing to do is always to come to the ground to find out. So let me commend you for even trying to find out. The fact is that that story that the gentleman did is never the truth of it. It is never true. So Ghana Senior High has never, and will never convert toilet facility into dormitory. We have enough. I can say that boastfully, in fact, that in northern Ghana, that's why I'm including the 5 northern regions, we have the most dormitories that you can think of. Recently, they handed over a new dormitory facility that can take about 800 students. So we evacuated students from an old dormitory to that place. As I talk now, that old dormitory just standing. So why would we convert a toilet facility into dormitory? Now, that facility they want to say we converted into dormitory has been so for many years. It has never been a dormitory. It's always a boxes room. It's always a cleaning materials room. So it is a store more or less. But then in the 60s, when Kwame Nkrumah built the place, there were washrooms, you see, and they still have the design of washrooms. That facility has not been modernized. They have some moving blocks to change it to a dormitory. They are just small cubicles. And that is where we keep our, floor boxes when students are traveling. We have students coming from as far as Western region to our school. So if we decide to use a place for, as boxes, I don't know why people would want to take it for granted that is
So these are makeshift box rooms, not sleeping places.
They are never sleeping places.
So how come in the video you see where the yellow gallon is? There is a mattress in front of that door, and there's like a sleeping cloth on the mattress. What is that?
Yes. So you see, these are tricks that sometimes, let me use, excuse my word, you journalists can always do. And that's one of the reasons why most heads of institutions do not want to engage journalists. You have gone to dramatize. I don't know where he got the experience from. The possibility is that these buttons that you see might have been taken from the dormitory, which is just an attachment to the place, for him to cover his pictures or his videos and leave. So I am surprised. Seeing, if you come, that's why I said all journalists or media houses who wanted the truth should come to the ground. You see, when you say the picture is as if we have cleaned up a toilet, washed all the feces and all nasty things, and used it as a dormitory. It is not true. Far back in the 80s, this place has been like that. Look, you will not find seaters. There are no
Yeah.
seaters.
Yeah. To be fair, you are right. When you look at the video, these are cubicles, but there's no toilet installed. But the other thing I saw in the second room, so I see a black bag, I see a student in clutches, and then I see a buta, which people use for ablution. So it looks like a place where somebody, and then I see clothes hang on the walls. You see, so it appears for those of us who are not in the school to be a place that is habited. I see people's slippers on the floor in the room, and I see a buta. So a buta is basically you pour water, go and do your ablution, come back. So it seems very much like a place that is being habited.
You are right. And I'm saying that, you see, the gentleman you saw in crutches is a disabled student. Now, there are 2 cubicles attached to the building that you see in that video. Unfortunately, again, this gentleman who did the filming did not film those cubicles, which are meant for prefects. Now, this gentleman in crutches is a student, 3rd-year student. He is a disabled, and he's been allocated a accommodation that is upstairs. So we did him a favor. Because of your disability, go and live with the prefect. So he's privileged to be in a prefect's room. Yet he has been very disingenuous to the school by telling me that he also lives in a toilet. Can you imagine this sort of thing? Now the buta and then the cloth that you see. When we went back, we didn't see these things. Okay. Yet in the video you will find them. So the intention is that the prefect might have intentionally displayed these things to make the guy who took the videos, make it look as if it's a dormitory. Those cubicles are so tiny and so hot that students cannot live in them. How wicked are we to turn a toilet into a dormitory? Well, we have enough.
All right.
It is not fair. That's not fair.
That's very good to hear. The student in question that we had in the interview, he was wearing a checkered red top. You say he's a prefect. He did not directly, I didn't hear him directly say that they slept there, but what I heard him say was that they don't have toilet facilities and therefore students have to do open defecation, and that when sometimes they even go to the dining hall to eat, they can smell the effects of the open defecation, which is not too far from the dining hall. So I did not hear him talk about sleeping in the cubicle, but what I heard him say in the video was that, and I've played this video on air actually, was that they don't have enough toilet facilities in the school and therefore they do open defecation. Is this correct?
So is the focus on toilet or dormitory? You saw the headline.
No, I'm not.
It's misleading. I'm coming. I understand. I'm just trying to tell you something. The headline is misleading. If you had said,
so which headline are you talking about? Because I'm not calling you in reference of a headline. I'm calling you in reference of a.
I'm trying to answer your question. That the boy said where he sleeps, he smells toilet. As if the school has no toilet. That's what I'm trying to answer.
Yes.
So I said that his headline then is misleading. If he had said Ghana Senior High converts dormitory into toilet, it therefore means that Ghana Senior High lacks toilet. But he said Ghana Senior High converts toilet into dormitory, which means that we have toilets and we don't have dormitories. So now, the boy is saying that where he sleeps, and it is fact that his dormitory is in that same building that you saw him, because he is a prefect. Where he sleeps, that they smell feces, it's just ridiculous. You see, why won't you smell feces if you are not very far from the main toilet that you live? The main toilet that they go to eat themselves is not too far from the dormitory. We can't put it very far, and we cannot construct toilets for every student. The school we call toilet senior high then. So at least even in the university where students go to ease themselves, when you go in the toilet, you wait and go intense. It's the same thing as all senior high schools. Why would we be saying that because we have he said he sleeps in the dormitory?
No, okay. Again, let me just clarify what I heard him say was that they don't have enough toilets in the school, and for which reason?
Enough food.
No, I'm coming. Yes. Let me just frame the question that when they go to the dining hall, he wasn't even talking about the where he sleeps. So when they go to the dining hall, the effect of the open defecation is that there are flies and sometimes the smell. And then he also went ahead after he was asked whether people fall sick, and he says even he or somebody else had typhoid recently. So he was making reference to open defecation in the school because of lack of toilets.
And there again he goes. When they go to dining hall, that's why I said, let your reporter come here and take pictures. They should videotape whatever is there. You will find the dining hall is nowhere near any bush. It's nowhere near any toilet. To the extent that you say flies will come. Look, even in our homes, don't flies come in. Even sometimes in your bedroom, you find a fly. You'll be shocked to know where the fly is coming from. Can we go and prevent flies from going wherever they want to go? These are just ridiculous stories and I believe these stories have been cooked by the same person, asking the student to say what he wanted to say. It's unfortunate.
Do you know the person who did the original story?
I know him.
Is he a journalist?
I know him. Yes, I doubt. I'm not sure he's a journalist, but I know him. I don't know him as a journalist.
Yeah, because you keep making reference to journalists, which is why I'm asking if this is the work of a
fact is that. So I'm saying this because some journalists, how do you call them? In fact, highly learned journalists that I listen to mostly, have gone ahead to make comments on this without finding out like Citi FM is doing or Citi News is doing. Why wouldn't they find out? That's why I said journalists.
Well, fair enough. Now that we have you, just to clarify, you said that there's enough accommodation to take an extra 300. So just give me some quick numbers. How many students do you have in the school? How many houses do you have? And what is the state of the facilities in the school?
We have 8 houses in the school. 2 houses are standing free. Nobody, not a single student is in them. And the reason is because we are doing the transitional track system, where when some students are home, others are in school. So there is enough. There's enough. Also, figures, I don't want to cook figures. I need to see my records and tell you figures. I don't like.
But how many students do you have in the school in total?
In total, we have about 3,000 plus.
Okay. And
yes. But some are at home, some are in school.
Do you know the proportion of boarders versus day for the 3,000?
Yes, it's 70 to 30.
70% boarders, 30 day.
Yes.
So roughly 2,000 boarders.
Yes.
And what is
the 2,000 boarders means not all of them will be in school.
Yes.
So we're doing a transitional track.
So the middle track will be home. So I think the Form 1s are home now.
Form 1s are home, yes.
Yes.
Now we have about 1,470 something.
So you probably have about 400 people in school as we speak as boarders.
There will be more because the third years.
The third years have come. Okay, so then it. Okay. Yeah. My other question was: so how many toilet facilities do you have?
You be snappy for me. I'm going in for another minute.
Yes, just to be clear, since you have how many toilet facilities do you have? Are you able to say?
We have. There are not less than 6.
So this is 6 sets.
About 8.
8 sets of toilet facilities. Yes. Is this WC or KVIP?
Some are WC and then the others KVIP. Not KVIP. There's quarter. The one that they use little water to. I don't know their name.
Is the new improved toilets? I see.
Yes. Even there are 2 new ones that we have not started using. Water hasn't been connected to them. So when they even add up, we have a bigger number.
So finally, how do you feel about being asked to step aside by the GES for investigation to proceed?
It's a directive, and I have to comply by the directive. That's just all about it. I have to comply. They are my officers, and they've directed me to step aside. Why not? I'll do that. So, and I'm doing that today for them to investigate.
All right. We'll follow up for you to keep us posted on the development. Thank you, Mr. Douglas Haruna Yakubu. He's the headmaster of Ghana Senior High School, Tamale.